And welcome back to Crypto Hulk, another program. Little Chucky, he tried taking over the show. So I had to take him out right out. He made a little video you guys saw, maybe lasted like a minute or two. Yeah, I had to take his ass out. Yeah, little bastard. I have a feeling Jason Voorhees or Freddy Krueger is going to try to take me out tomorrow. I have a feeling. So you better catch that one at 9 o'clock. I have finally notified, says system is rigged. They don't want you to see the show. I'm just letting everybody knows that. And I got to kind of make little deals with YT. One thing I've noticed, well, let me go on. First one here was Stephen Morris. Andy was next. Kurt Scott and XRP Flea. Then you got XR Poseidon and 1970 legend, along with Helio Bob. Let me just see who showed up here. MC Prosperity, Nick Mike, J316. And I'm starting to recognize all these names. MC Prosperity, Jules J. You got who else here? JP Martin. Any relation to Morgan? And if so, when's the green light date? Jules J again. A lot of messages retracted. Underpass 61. Yeah, Underpass 61 saw an article about Van Eck putting together an Ethereum ETF. Oh my God. These people are going to get so destroyed. You know, when all this crypto stuff came out, Ethereum and Bitcoin was the test, and so was Ethereum after that. Sorry to drink water, but I got into this dry sun. It's like over 200 degrees, and if I'm out of breath, it's because of that. Not because I'm getting old, but I am too. But yeah, they were just tests. And a lot of the early stuff used them and tested them. And then we've read articles where, and we have found more advanced solutions. That's how it's all going to go down. Look, I have no doubt Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to skyrocket in price. If you got some money or you got a bunch of them, you pick a time to get out, because when they skyrocket, don't hold on to that stuff like you're going to hodl for the next 30 years. Don't do it. Get in, pick your profit level. If you want a 1, 2, 300%, 1,000%, whatever it might be. But if that music stops and there's no chair, you just lost your whole investment. Okay. Maybe it's around for 5 or 10. I don't know. What I focus on is articles that real banks are using today, and that stuff never comes up. But I don't want to get into all that. Let's talk about what we have, which is a great channel, by the way. And there is a merchandise store. Go to Hulk. It might be under the screen right now, but it's Rumble. It's called Hulk Crypto. 2 words, HULK, put a space, and then crypto, CRYPTO. I have a channel there. Every thumbnail I've ever had that's cool, you can get any kind of merchandise with that. Over the years, people wanted merchandise. They've been asking me for years. So I thought I'd get myself merched up. I can personalize. It can say whatever on the shirt you want it to say. I'm not going to actually sign the stuff. If I do that, that's going to end up costing like a lot more. So just get something that's fun, for real. Pick out the thumbnail you want. Get the thing on the front or the back. We have different items for sale, and it's for fun. Like, I'm making these videos, like I'm busting up. The camera guy, we had to click it off. We're not showing bloopers or something. I don't know if he's saving them or not. And one day we'll have a Crypto Hulk bloopers, and I say the wrong thing. I'm like, go out and go buy Bitcoin. I'm like, oh, damn it. No, delete that. Because I'm not thinking, right? And then we start laughing and stuff. But I'm I'm trying to bring humor because we got to have some fun along the way. And sometimes when it's scary and it's spooky, like Halloween, we got to have some laughs. All right. And we got plenty of work we got to do. My videos are work. I'm telling you, me making them and you having to watch them. All right. But you're investing in yourself. I know that you're watching them and learning, and I'm going to be just as happy when I see you rich. I'll be like, I'm going to be proud because, like, I helped. Now, if I didn't help you at all, you're just watching the show for whatever reason. Okay, fine. But what I'm looking for is the people that I helped and that they're super happy and their lives changed. And I'll be like, I helped that guy. And that person over there, their kid's going to college because of me. And that person over there, their grandma that needs a liver transplant or whatever, I help them get that done. That's what I'm going to be looking at. Hundreds and thousands of people and all that. And then somebody's going to say, you know what? I almost sold this or that, but I held it just like you said. And because of that, I got like $10 million in my house. And I'll be like, oh, nice. So that's another motivation for me. All right, let's get on with this here. Let me check some donations. If you look down below, you'll see a money symbol. What that is an emergency alert button. Click that, register, and it will prevent you from getting wrecked. All right. Let's see. Guns Donovan. I remember that name before. You must have been a member and left. David Montequila, Untardy, missed a couple lives, Hulk, up, naughty. But you know what? You have a hall pass. So I'll accept that as a tardy pass. Jim Kitchen, thank you very much. I started thinking about a kitchen and then I started thinking about food. And then we start talking about food here. And then I start getting hungry. XRP, Punch, Orello, thank you very much for that. John and Punch. Where's the sergeant? Or the lieutenant, whatever his name is. Okay, here we go. Focus. I got to focus. Where do I, oh, yeah. First, we're going to start with dessert, and then we'll go to dinner, okay? Because I want you to see the significance here. I've already gone over this article before last week. We're going to do it again, okay? It's very important. I want you to see what's going on here. This is massive. We've got major Wall Street investment firm is hiring more crypto employee than they ever have. I made a video on this. It's a short video. In the first 15 seconds, it shows a timeline of when Fidelity began with crypto. It's 2014. Then it shows 2015 and stuff they did with Bitcoin. 2018, Fidelity native crypto business started 2018. 2020, Fidelity Digital Assets adds digital asset management capabilities. 2022, Fidelity enters the metaverse. Today, our crypto, here we go. This is unimaginable that I'm even reading this off. I mean, it lets me know crypto is now, see, look, the adults get to eat first, we get to eat later, meaning they get rich first, and then later when they're all rich and they're driving around in their billion-dollar yachts and stuff, we can go out and get our million-dollar boats. But it says here, today, our crypto associates are trusted experts. You ever heard how crypto's bad, all the government people, crypto's bad, but yet Fidelity has been in crypto for like 10 years. I didn't hear anything bad with them, did you? So they have trusted experts in crypto. Well, I thought crypto was bad. How are you an expert, Fidelity, in crypto if all these years it was bad? Oh, it was bad for us to buy them at cheap prices. Oh, okay. See, I already told you, you're going to be able to get cryptos now, or for the past few years, from 5 cents to 50 cents. When they come in, it's going to be $500 to 5,000. I'm just giving examples. And then you won't be able to buy them and hold them. They'll custody them for you. So you have maybe like a piece of paper, it says you own it, a digital piece of paper, but you don't own it. And then when you talk stuff about the government, oh, they snatch it, call you a domestic, you know what, T, and then you get to spend the next 3 years trying to get your crypto back, proving that you're not one. So when you go to these courts, then they'll assume you're guilty until proven innocent. So that's why I don't keep nothing on an exchange. I'm not dumb enough to have like a crypto IRA or none of that crap. It's called wallet inside of a Faraday bag, and I'm good to go. All right. It says here, we're hiring more individuals than we've ever done before who are digitally native and driven to make a difference and curious about crypto. Fidelity is like a major investment company. This video is 57 seconds long. I'm kind of looking at the video myself. Okay, so that's what I first wanted to show you. Now let's get into the Fidelity article right about there. Let's read what they have to say. There's the article. Fidelity expands into the European Union. We just read an article that they're hiring like never before because they're expanding into the European Union under the MiCA law, Market in Crypto Asset Law, with a new strategy. Fidelity has a new strategy. Let's listen what that strategy is, huh? Sell us all the crypto. See, here's their strategy. I'll tell you right now, I won't even read the article. But their strategy is this. They bribe government officials to make crypto illegal. They buy. When our government's saying crypto bad, they buy at the lowest prices. And then when our government says, oh, crypto's good, then they sell it to us at 1,000 times what they paid. Oh, that's their strategy. Let's read. Fidelity expands into the European Union following the approval of MiCA in Brussels, offering more clarity for investing in crypto. See, all of a sudden now, once they're selling it, oh, there's all this clarity now. Crypto's good. Here's what all the governments are saying. Crypto's going to help the economy. Crypto's going to do this. It'll give you a back massage and cook your dinner. All of a sudden now. But for all this time, Elizabeth Warren and her little communist friends that work for the United States government, crypto's bad. Oh, it's used for drug dealing. Meanwhile, Elizabeth Warren is being paid millions and millions by banks who are buying the crypto and want her to pass laws and stuff saying that it's bad and illegal until all the rich banks get all the crypto they need, and then all of a sudden it becomes good. That's how this works, okay? The company has been at the forefront of Bitcoin development. Wow. And recently updated its application with Bitcoin ETFs. Fidelity has also embarked on an aggressive expansion, including hiring and encouraging employees to invest in cryptocurrencies. Oh, man. You know, I remember the day when JP Morgan would make it illegal for his employees to buy crypto. And when he found out they'd be fired. And Warren Buffett has been calling all this crypto rat poison. But Warren Buffett has a bank called Nubank, N-U, and then bank, B-A-N-K. It's in Brazil. Oh, yeah, he forgot to mention that part. He's been saying crypto's so bad and it's rat poison with his little friend Charlie Charlie Munger is his name. And they've been going around for the past 10 years saying crypto's rat poison, while they have never made more money in a bank. That bank's making like skyrocket profits every year. At the same time, he's talking out of the other side of his mouth. Oh yeah, crypto's rat poison. It's all bad. Man, it makes no sense. Ha ha ha. And he's buying it all at the same time. And he has a bank, a crypto bank. That's why Crypto Hulk's here, because I can say stuff like this, because I don't have sponsors. I got you. I can say stuff like this because I don't have some accredited investor sponsor telling me what to do. All right? I'm trying to make you rich, not them. According to DL News, Manuel Nordeste, that means Northeast, I think. Just kidding. Vice President of Digital Assets at Fidelity Investments, a renowned American asset management company overseeing $4.5 trillion in assets, has disclosed plans to extend its reach into the European Union because the markets in crypto assets in Brussels this year. I want you to see what's happening. Crypto is opening up in Europe. So American companies are going there to make money. The only people coming to America are illegal aliens over the borders. They're bringing drugs and fentanyl and gangs. Fidelity wants us to go overseas to some other country, but in America, we're bringing in all these criminals from around the world. Fucking brilliant. Fidelity expands into the European Union, an entry amid MiCA approval. MiCA's approval offers increased clarity. Meanwhile, in the United States, where crypto is invented, there's zero clarity for major financial firms, empowering them to explore opportunities in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and similar digital assets. Fidelity expands in the European Union, not the United States, to help expand the company's crypto market. Oh, isn't that lovely? They're going to Europe, not here. Fidelity, led by CEO Abigail Johnson, has been a proactive player in shaping Bitcoin as a new asset class. Wow, is she wrong? Commencing Bitcoin mining operations in 2014 and even accepting digital currency as a means of payment in its Boston employee cafeteria. Ooh, how nifty. So you use Bitcoin in the cafeteria. Oh, here we go. She set herself up for this one. You go to buy your hamburger, and by the time the Bitcoin goes through, it's already cold, and your lunch break's over because it took an hour. Next paragraph. Cryptocurrency ETF developments that are going on in regulatory limbo. In recent developments, Fidelity has updated its application to focus on mitigating the inherent risks, while both BlackRock and Fidelity have sought permission from the U.S. SEC to operate. Well, the United States SEC is a bunch of fucking clowns. Gary Gensler is the ringleader of all these criminal clowns we have working for our government. Says throughout the year, Fidelity has embarked on an aggressive hiring spree, encouraged U.S. employees to invest in crypto through their retirement plans. Oh, they're going to get so destroyed. And forged partnerships to launch a digital asset marketplace, working with Charles Schwab and Citadel. I think that'll be all for that article. I just wanted you to see that these big investment companies are all moving in right now, getting everything all set up and getting ready, okay? That's the trend. They're not running away from crypto. I want you to see what's going on. Common people that watch channels, not mine, are afraid. They have like the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. They have a tremendous fear, the greed, fear and stuff like that. What I'm showing you daily on my program is all the important people, not the little people. The important people are diving into this crypto. They're setting up their exchanges. They're getting laws passed. They're getting they're going to countries where there's clarity so they can set up shop. They're hiring like they've never before. Meanwhile, people like you and me, common people that watch the news and listen to dumb shit content providers, they get y'all, look, buy the crypto, lock it up in a hardware wallet, Faraday bag. I don't care what the fucking prices are. I'm not trying to listen to somebody on the internet tell us the different prices of crypto. These prices don't mean anything. I want you to try to understand, new people that just joined the other day. Crypto prices right now do not mean anything. It's all based on speculation. 50% of crypto exchange prices are faked. Chainalysis has already proven all this. Go look up Chainalysis and do like a little Google search on fake crypto prices. Do like fake crypto prices, put a plus sign, and then type in Chainalysis, and you'll see the study that they did. People online that read off crypto prices that you need to run from that channel, okay? People ask in the comments, and I know they've come from other channels, where do you see this price in 3 months or 6 months? And we can't even talk. We can talk price, endgame, like between now and endgame, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. They go up and they go down. Elon does this, that, or the other. It either goes up or down. That's manipulation. The prices, okay, they mean nothing. What I'm showing you is an investment company that has 4.5 trillion in assets. They're hiring like they've never hired before. Are you buying like you've never bought before? Probably not. Well, I'm a dollar cost average. I'm going to wait for the dip. This is the dip, you dip. Okay, that's the deal. Now, I'm not a crypto advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. You should never do anything I tell you. I just got done serving a 75-year prison sentence for fraudulent financial advising, okay? Dan Arman, Mr. Hulk, Timmy keeps shooting spitwads at me. Can you please send him to the principal's office? Oh my God, I worked in 5th grade for a little while. I hated it. Actually, the most rewarding was when I was an assistant principal, and I worked at, it's called a continuation high school. Everybody's either on probation, just got off probation, carrying drugs on them, probably ready to really fuck somebody up or whatever. I worked at a school like that, and I got control over the students, and it became a place that was not a good place to a place where the kids were actually proud to go every day. It was remarkable what I did because I helped them put value in themselves. I had to show them the value that they had. And I'm not getting into how I did all that, but I had to show them that they're worth discussing with Crypto Hulk what's going on in their head. So it's communication, it's relation, it's education, it's inspiration. And that's what I utilize on this channel to accomplish the objective of making you all rich. Now, some of you all are already rich, not as rich as you're going to be. Captain Caveman, gender sucks, ballpark Franks. Okay, thank you, I guess, for that comment. It's very interesting. Maybe you might want to go to the principal's office and have a talk. Here we go again. Next article. This one's pretty large. This will be the bulk of the show. I've got 2 articles about R3. And we're going to go to the R3 website to read off some stuff. That's what I had for today's show. I wanted to show you the massive important stuff. This show might be a little shorter than usual. I could probably bust open the phone lines when we're done. Here is a article here I want you to see. If you're able to go through the article while I'm going on the show here, great. If not, read it later. But these are going to be very, very important articles that you need to read, especially new people. So consider it like homework, okay? You want to be smart, you want to be knowledgeable, you want to be aware of what's going on like me. If you want to be able to put all the puzzle pieces together, read the articles, watch my long shows, and you'll see this is the best time. You're at the tail end. You're at the tail end of the best time to get into crypto. I don't care what's going on in the world right now. I don't. I know that right now is a great time to still accumulate cryptocurrencies at cheap prices. Now is not the time to buy dips, okay? Now is the time to get a loan, not use your cash. I want you to buy silver if you can, or gold, your choice. Save your cash for that. Have maybe 2 weeks worth of cash sitting around or a month's worth of cash to pay for food, gas. If things get really, 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 really bad, they're going to do what they did during the pandemic, and you don't pay rent, or you talk to your landlord, and try to figure something out. Everybody's going to be in the same boat, but they don't know you've got cash stuffed away. Okay. You can say like, oh yeah, I lost my job and stuff, and give me like an extra 2 weeks and I'll pay the rent or whatever. Let me pay half the rent for the next month or two. And one time when things got really bad, like we're talking years ago, I couldn't make my car payment. So I talked to the dealership and they got me to finance and stuff. And then the bank said, how long do you need to get back on your feet? I'm like, you're not going to take my car? And they're like, no, show us what is your plan? And I said, well, I'm going through like this trade program. Here's a copy of the trade program. It ends in 3 months and I'll be making X amount of dollars. And here's my grades at the trade program. I'm getting like, B's and A's. And they're like, okay. So they took copies of that stuff and I didn't have to make a car payment for 3 months. But what they did is they tacked it on at the end. I had to sign papers to extend the car loan period. You can do the same with your house. So there's ways of getting around. You might have to get creative. If we really have the black swan I think we're going to have, I'm showing you right now strategies to get by without getting wrecked, okay? And one of those is try to make an arrangement with either the apartment complex, if you have a loan on a car or a lease, stuff like that. Go minimal on credit card payments when it really gets bad. But don't put all your money into crypto. Please don't do that. Don't be stupid like that. Get a loan that you can afford. Maybe it's you get a $5,000 loan and you pay it at $100 a month for the next 4 years or something. It doesn't matter. You'll be rich in like 2 or 1.5. Who knows, right? That's what I did. You don't have to do it, but I paid my loan off in about 2 to 2.5 years. More like 2. It took me 2 years and I paid it off. Okay. It was something I could afford. It was fine. So I kept my cash and bought a bunch of silver. Okay. So then when stuff goes bad with the dollar, I got a $25 silver piece that now is worth 50, let's say, to $75 during wartime or whatever. That $25 thing that you spent is now worth $50. You just doubled your money or even tripled it. So you need to get gas in your gas tank. You go to the gas station, give the guy $75 silver coin. You put $75 worth in your tank. All right. Your crypto you buy with cash. With a loan. Now, I'm not telling you to do this, but let's say you get a loan for 5 G's, right? Or let's say 3,000. You buy 6,000 XRP. Maybe things get bad and you can't make the loan. Now, I'm not telling you not to. I need you to pay attention to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying and not what I'm not saying. But what some people will do is get a loan for 3 G's, pay it $100 or $200 a month. And if stuff gets bad and they can't afford the loan, then they just don't pay it because they can't really do much to you. Everybody's going to be in the same situation, right? And then maybe after whenever we moon it, a year from now or whenever, then you pay the rest of it back. Like, if you have rent and you don't pay it, they're kicking you out. If you take a loan for 3 G's and you get 6,000 XRPs and stuff, like, the consequences, it's going to look bad on your credit. They're not going to take you to court for 3 G's because it's going to cost them 20,000 to prosecute you. It's not worth their time or money. So make sure you make that payment, okay? But I'm just saying. Thanks, Hulk. See, rather than me spend my 3,000 to buy crypto, I'm going to spend that bank's 3,000 and get all the crypto I want. And if I can't make that payment, sucks being them, right? Okay. Make sure you make the payment. All right. So there's your strategy and how you're going to get all your crypto that you need and not pay cash with it. You're borrowing other people's money, not your own. Yurt Dog did a button test. Thank you, Yurt Dog. Appreciate that. 1970 legend. XDC, enough said. Thank you very much for that, buddy. Captain Caveman, sorry, typo. Gary Gensler, suck. Ballpark Franks. Exactly. That's what he does on the weekends with his friends. And they take videos and put it on Pornhub. Ultimate Comfort HVAC. Thanks, Hulk. Like others, I used to listen to those other crypto providers with sponsors, and now they are hard to listen to. I do miss a lot of live shows, but I always listen later. Listening to your channel keeps me confident in XRP because you hear truth and you hear real deep news. These other people, like I said, they superficial the news. They don't go into any articles, and they just sprinkle whatever they can do for their show. Okay, so the article here, let me get into this. I'm going to have to post it again. Copy, and we'll go right there and paste. This is a major article. BNY Mellon introduces, imagine this, universal foreign exchange. BNY Mellon announced today the launch of Universal FX, a new foreign exchange. Now, who's BNY Mellon? The oldest bank in the United States of America and a Ripple partner. I'll just show you the dessert right now instead of later. So as you're reading, as you listen to me or read the article on your own, BNY Mellon is Ripple, okay? There you go. There's your proof. Now back to the article. BNY Mellon announced today that the launch of the Universal FX platform that meets client needs to manage execution across their entire portfolio and access market-leading price transparency. This is important because nowadays, if you invest something, you might have your bonds with this company, your stocks with this one, your foreign exchange. It's like all over the place, right? And they say the price of your stocks is worth this, but another competitor says, nope, they're actually that. What BNY Mellon is doing with Ripple, actually, let me say this, with R3 technology, which is the crypto XDC that you need to get, is it puts all the trading on top of the R3 platform. Kapow! Ethereum ain't working. Just letting you know. It says, Universal FX supports BNY Mellon's clients across all market segments. They're using a blockchain company called R3. The crypto is XDC. Such as investment managers, corporates, hedge funds, and wealth managers, as well as helping them navigate the industry transition to T+1 settlement. Today, the investment management industry often manages portfolios, here we go, across several providers. Here's the problem, resulting in an inconsistent foreign exchange execution experience. it's kind of like one guy is speaking Spanish and he runs an investment firm. Another guy works in Europe and you got these kind of, there's friction. It's not working. It's better. It's kind of like you're talking to this guy over here, but then he has to hang up. And then you call this guy over here to tell him what he told you. Wouldn't everybody in the same room make it so much easier? That's what R3 does. You got people from all different time zones. In Europe right now, it's probably midnight. But in California, it's like 7:00 p.m. And then in Hawaii, what R3 does is it puts everybody in the same room and they all speak the same language. That's the way business should be done, okay? That's how R3 will change the whole entire world global trading system. You know how one stock market's open and another one's closed? That shit ain't gonna happen no more, okay? It's gonna be universal, built by BNY Mellon, based on Ripples and R3. They're all working together, okay? They're all working together. Let me continue. Through Universal FX, I'm in the what paragraph? Third paragraph. Through Universal FX, clients can now manage their whole portfolio. Okay, that's massive. Irrespective of where they custody, prime broker, or settle trades. The solution, R3, provides access to developed market and emerging market currency execution, enhancing the FX experience for clients globally. Clients often have fragmented portfolios, causing friction, lack of transparency, and inconsistency, while accessing services across pricing, execution, and post-trade. Jason Vitale, head of global markets trading for BNY Mellon, says, with the launch of Universal FX and our One FX product suite, R3, our clients can now control and customize their portfolio in one place, gaining 360-degree insight, providing a seamless experience across the entire execution process. That's it for that article. Let me check some comments, and then I'll show you where the R3 comes in. XDC, XRP. Roger Guerin, keep up the great work, Hulk. Thanks, Roger. Really appreciate that. We got that. Okay. Now we get into this article with the BNY Mellon and R3. Here you go. Here's your proof right here, kids. Here's why you're going with R3's XDC over any other crypto. XDC, besides the X's, let's put it like that. The X's all work together. That goes without saying. Here you go. So we're looking at 2021, 2 years ago. In the upper left corner, it's R3. That's the name of the company. They have what their platform is called Corda. Their native token is XDC. It's made by Zinfin out of Singapore. Now, here we go. Let's read through this article. The recent collapse of the finance company Greensail has put the shortfalls of trade finance at the top of the global agenda news. Meanwhile, a counter trend currently underway is the fundamental model of transaction banking becoming increasingly transparent. To investigate blockchain's role in both of these trends, including potentially preventing scandals in the finance world, such as Greensill, occurring again, R3 and the BAFT, the Bankers Association for Finance and Trade, recently held a high-level webinar to discuss what actually happens when an institution moves its trade operations to a blockchain platform. Stop right there and listen. What we have is the XDC crypto. We have R3 meeting with the banks of the entire world. Are you hearing me? There's nobody else there. These other cryptos, everybody keeps, oh, you need to buy this crypto. I don't need to buy shit. Okay. I've got one of the X cryptos. That's all I need. Now, if you want to buy all three, and then do that shit. Okay. Get R3 because they and nobody else met with the Bankers Association for Finance and Trade. R3, which is XDC, is the expert, and that's why the banks talked with them and nobody else, okay? I don't care what the person you're listening to or whatever says. I'm just showing you this website here. This is R3, and if you differ with it, then fine. I don't care. Now, to get both the technology provider and user perspectives on this question, the panel for the debate was made up of Elisa DiCaprio, head of trade and supply chain at R3. You had somebody who worked for group manager. Okay, they worked for BNY Mellon. BNY Mellon has joined the Marco Polo Trade Finance Consortium running on R3 Corda. I know that Marco Polo Association has disbanded, but the tech is still there, okay? Against this background, the discussion was structured around three key questions. First, why should a bank take the decision to use blockchain? See, now what we had 2 years ago is the banks are asking questions, why should we use blockchain? That's what it's saying right here. Second, and what internal changes result from blockchain participation and implementation? And third, could blockchain have helped to prevent recent scandals? 2 years ago, R3 goes to the World Banking Association, teaching them how they can avoid scandals with blockchain. R3 is the teacher in the room. R3 is working with BNY Mellon. That's a Ripple partner. See how they all connect? Although many banks are implementing blockchain, some are still yet to take the plunge. So we have 2 years ago. I mean, I wonder where it's at now. Okay. That's been like 2 years. I don't know how many banks are using blockchain for trading securities and all that stuff. All right. But I'm sure that's probably a lot. Next paragraph. Turning to BNY Mellon's experience with blockchain, June Kim gave the attendees a compelling firsthand account of the drivers and realities of moving to blockchain. There we go. Trade is a very paper-intensive industry, and we have to connect a lot of the dots. Basically, crypto makes everything simple, organized, and simple. That's what it does. Stops fraud, stops cheating, super cheap, almost free. Okay. Lastly, on whether blockchain could have prevented a scandal such as Greensill, June Kim's answer was a definitive yes. The blockchain component would have enabled people to know essentially what they were financing. Was there a shipment of goods? Proof of that shipment taking place? Was it accepted by the buyer? And all these things. I'm going to end that article there, but that's basically the gist of it, all right? President of XDC states that it will be the Amazon of trading. Okay. last article. Oh, this is massive right here. So now we know that R3 is talking to, see, Ripple and XRP have been working on the banks for moving money for like 10 years. And then recently, now R3 is working with all the banks in the world. I just gave the article for that. R3 is working with all the bankers associations of the world for trade, okay, like shipping and stuff like that. So that's what we got. XRP for all the money, XDC for all the trading, keeping track of, like it said, did something ship? What time did it ship? And all these kinds of things. Now, this article here, R3 Corda, this is so massive. R3's Corda is chosen for the DTCC alternative settlement, the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation. That means every security before it gets traded goes through the DTCC in the entire world. You know how, like, okay, with banking, you have the Bank for International Settlements, right? The BIS, right? Ripple partner BIS. What the Bank for International Settlements do is anybody in the world that sends money through the SWIFT system, it has to go through the BIS before you get paid. So maybe it goes through SWIFT and goes through this and that, but before you get paid, the last step is the BIS, Ripple Partner, Bank for International Settlements. Now, this is what we got here for trading. This is beautiful, okay? The DTCC does the exact same thing all around the world, but it's not like Ripple with money, it's with trade. So the BIS is like, let's say, the boss of all the banks, and Ripple's their partner. The DTCC is the boss of all the crypto, all the exchanges trading, and R3 is their partner. You see that? That's pretty amazing. That's why I had to make this show today, just for that. Let me continue reading here. Now, this article is kind of long. I'm not going to read. Well, it's how are we doing as far as time? 47 minutes. Okay, we got some good. We're making good time. This is important because, some of you might be investing in this. I'm trying to show you XRP's use case is moving all the money around in the world. That's why let's say XRP's boss is the BIS, okay? The Bank for International Settlements. R3 is going to be chosen to move all the securities, stocks, bonds, derivatives around in the world, everything. Its boss is the DTCC. Got it? I'm trying to break this down so new people, real quick, you can figure out if you want to get R3, because every stock exchange, every derivative, stock, bond, whatever, is going to be on the R3, which is the XDC. It's going to be underneath that, using that, okay? Now, that's all the money, by the way. The R3 team is excited to share that Corda, which is R3's platform, is called Corda, has been chosen as the I got to read this again. The R3 team is excited. Why? Because they're telling us that Corda has been chosen as the foundation for the DTCC Project Ion. Okay? This article comes from 8/23/2022. I wanted to show new people this because you're brand new, but this is like 1 year ago. This already happened. So that R3 is massive importance. We just saw that BNY Mellon is using them, okay, for all the banks of the world with trading. And that article was 2021. Do you see how I wanted to show you these things because we are like 2 years after this and then 1 year after the other. I'm trying to show you, like, I think we're way, way farther than what one would think. Okay. And they're running the systems parallel. Let's go through this a little bit here. Project Ion, which does 100,000 transactions per day. I'm scrolling through. They're using R3. Let me read the paragraph underneath. Okay, where we go? First paragraph, second, third paragraph. This is a watershed moment. That's massive. This is a watershed moment for enterprise blockchain technology. Project Ion will transform financial services industry globally for the years to come, providing a framework for how this cutting-edge technology can be applied to modernize a market. They've had 1 to 2 years now to modernize the market. I think they're way farther ahead than they really let on. Let me read down below. Let me just read this paragraph. Project Ion platform, which is being developed as an here we go. As an alternative settlement platform for leveraging distributed ledger technology, has gone live in a parallel production environment. And we went over that the other day. Remember, I think it was like the Chinese bank or something working with R3. Because the Chinese got their own little platform and stuff. It runs parallel. So you got the old system and the new system, and they interchangeably work together. But eventually I said, remember that phone booth? No one's going to want to use the phone booth. They're going to want to use a cell phone. It's much better. You can send pictures. You can't do that at the phone booth, all right? They're telling us again here, the Project Ion platform is now parallel processing an average of over 100,000 bilateral equity transactions per day and almost 160,000 on peak days. So now listen to who the partners are with this. Barclays, Ripple partner. BNY Mellon, Ripple partner. Citibank, Ripple partner. Credit Suisse, Ripple partner. Goldman Sachs, Ripple partner from day one. I keep showing you guys that. JP Morgan, Ripple partner through the Al Farhad exchange in the United Arab Emirates. And that would be the end of the Ripple partners in that. And I think if you want to read the rest of that article, you can go ahead and do that. I'd highly suggest. And that would be the end of all the articles I've got. Let me read some comments here. All right. H-bar is 5 cents. That's the time to buy it, when it's 5 cents, everybody. Let's see. Oh, my knee. You can also use decent to swap. XDC will not be XRP's price. There's different prices, you guys. They do different things. Hulk's couch. XRP equals new wife money, and all three of them equal multiple new wives. Okay. Thank you very much for that donation there. When they are cheap, you buy. And when they get so damn high. Exactly, Hulk. Probably like 20. I was like that. Let's see, how easy. Let's see, R3 be used for shipping also. XCC is a sleeping giant. I mean, you buy stuff when it's 5 cents, man. Come on. Because I just got done reading 2 articles today and one the other day about the Chinese, and R3 is all up in that. it's going to be worth a ton. And you're going to wish, you're going to go back and find the videos of Cryptoholic talking and teaching you what it does and how massive it is, how R3 is handling all the trade in the entire world, and the banks are going to be right there with them. And it was a nickel, and you're like, oh, I'm waiting for the dip. I'm like, God. Or you buy that crap and you keep it on an exchange because you want to like be able to. Don't do that. When you got one of the biggest monster cryptos in the world, that's a nickel. See, other people chase prices. People say, oh, it's only nickel, and look how much Bitcoin is, and da da da. We've on Cryptoholic channel, we focus on the mechanics. Look at the iceberg. See, Bitcoin's the iceberg, right? But look below at what's all being put together. You look below and you see the scuba divers down there, and you see the icebergs and stuff. When you look up, you see like a Bitcoin at the top. But down below, it's everything else ready to rise to the surface. That's what we're seeing right here. Price doesn't matter at all. It does not matter. We look at what are all the banks in the world. They just had a meeting, what is it, like last year with R3? R3 is leading all the bankers in the entire world in meetings and stuff. The DTCC, the head of all the stock exchange, all that clearing in the whole world is a DTCC. Before that stock trades hands, it goes through and is cleared by the DTCC. That's R3. I don't care if it's a nickel, because one day it's not going to be a nickel. What I'm showing you here is how to go from being broke to super rich. It's your choice. You can choose to stay in your position in life that you are, broke, embarrassed, miserable, pissed off, and stuff, or you could watch this channel. It's very simple, and you know your future. Maybe you work at that job another year or two, and then you're rich. You're done. You're retired 2 years from today, 1 year from today. None of this putting 20, 30 years in a job. This is the easiest job you'll ever have in crypto. Buy the stuff that I say. If you need a loan, get a loan to buy all the crypto you need while it's a nickel. Think if it's a nickel, you buy 1,000 of them, you got what, 5,000 or 20? Oh, here we go with the math and shit again. 20 for $1. Anyhow, I can't think math now because I'm thinking other stuff, but you can buy a lot for $1,000. And if you get a loan for 2,000, think how much XDC you can get. You're rich, okay? Hulk's Couch says price is poo and utility is everything. It is. You're early. That's why I'm making these videos, because we're all early. You have an opportunity now, 5 cents a piece. And one day for one day down the road, for every 5 cents you spend, maybe XDC becomes $1,000 for just one. I mean, I got to figure out how to do the math, but at 5 cents a piece, you can buy a ton of them. And I think the bottom end, XDC just at the bottom will be 1,000. I think really XDC, it's going to be a monster. It's got to be at least 10 grand one day. Okay. Roger Guerin, totally agree, Hulk. Don't be telling people how much you got, because you know why? All the little scammers are out there watching you, and they're taking notes, and they might pay you a little visit one day at your house. So the last thing I do, I never tell people how much I have exactly, because I could be lying. Nobody knows. Okay. Okay, report. Here comes the fun part. I get to start blocking all these people and reporting them and making them get brand new accounts. hold on. Got that done. I'm taking out the trash, as I call it. Let's see. Yeah, let's get rid of that person. So you have enough you have enough information to read, and I think I'll wrap up this show. I got to work and find out what I'm going to have for tomorrow's program at 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. And that will do it. Andy says, again, Hulk, thanks for the research. Good, I take pride in my job because I really want all of you to be super rich. Help people. Try to be part of the solution instead of the selfish, backstabbing, cheating government people we got, like criminal government people. Maybe one of you get elected. Maybe a whole bunch of us get elected to Congress and we take over, right? Then we'll be our own bank. We can fund our own campaign. Or maybe you fund somebody who's really good at doing their job and put them in office and be Speaker of the House or Speaker of the Senate or something like that. You know, you'll have money. You'll be rich. Some of you guys will have 10 million, 50 million, 100 million, 500 million. I know some of the whales on the channel will probably have 3, 4, 5 billion. So maybe that way we can make a change, right? Maybe go to some other country and just completely buy up 50 or 100 government employees and put your own people in. I mean, you'll have options when you're rich. You get with 100 Crypto Hulk fans and each one you got 50 million or 100 million bucks. You pick, you say Venezuela, boom, now I own Venezuela, the government people at least. Bam, you go in there, hire 100 of your own people, clear out. I mean, I'm just saying you can do stuff like that when you're rich. Maybe you got 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 Crypto Hulk fans and you take over a country that wants to be taken over and or whatever, you just do it. I mean, it's all endless, you know? But I am done. I got to go do some research. And what time is it? 7:30. Give me till about 9:30 p.m., 10 o'clock p.m. at the latest Pacific time. But I'll post the show. If I got one, it'll be posted and you'll know. But other than that, I got to get to work, and I'll see you guys hopefully for my morning show.